She's lost.
Lost her husband.
Lost her way.
Found the darker way.
The road that leads into the funnel.
Lost her own.
Found the whistler from the stars.
Eater of dimensions.
The blind piper.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another video by Centipede Geek. Today I'm going to talk about the sci-fi original television series by the name of Continuum. Just so you guys know, this television series actually first premiered on the channel called Showcase, and believe it or not, I'm pretty sure, according to some people's tweets on Twitter, because I was doing the whole live tweet while watching the pilot show, or the pilot episode of Continuum, and I found out that Continuum actually showed in other countries before it actually got brought to the United States, because of course I'm from the US, so that's why this review is coming out now. So if you're watching this from another country and you're wondering why I'm putting out my review now, that's why, because I just now watched the first episode, and I guess the United States got it on the Sci-Fi channel, and I guess that's Sci-Fi picked it up. As far as I know, Continuum has already, like I said, already premiered its first season out of the US, and it's already been set to have a second season. I believe there's roughly a little more than 10 episodes in the first season, and I'm glad to hear that Continuum is already set to have a second season, so we don't have to worry about Continuum being canceled anytime soon. Anyways, let's get to the basic plot of the show called Continuum. It's pretty much about this young woman. She is from the year 2077. I don't want to say exactly how because I don't want to give too many plot details away about the show title Continuum. But like I said, this young girl from the year 2077, she gets blasted back to the year of 2012 and back to the past, and pretty much she's stuck in the past. She's trying to get home. There's some sort of terrorist organization, and the way she got blasted back was this terrorist organization had plots against the futuristic, because like I said, it's a futuristic show. There was this terrorist government operation that had terrorist plots against the government. They were trying to take out all these big leaders and these presidents and you know, government officials and stuff like that. Well, they were charged to be put to death, and they actually had some sort of a vortex device of some kind that I'm sure we'll find out more about later on, that actually sent them all back to the past so they can finish what they started. And what the series looks like it's planning on doing is, it looks like now that it's back in the year of, you know, the modern day past in this show, I guess, it looks like they're trying to start some sort of war, and this girl is trying to stop this terrorist organization. That's pretty much the gist of the show titled Continuum on the Sci-Fi channel. Just so you guys know, if you guys want to watch the episodes, it comes on every Monday night. I live in Oklahoma, so I believe it comes on at 7 o'clock here, and I guess, or 7 o'clock Central, and I guess 8 o'clock Eastern for everyone else. Anyways, that's the plot of the show called Continuum on the Sci-Fi channel. Let me give you my consensus and my opinions and thoughts upon the first episode, upon the pilot of Continuum. I thought this was a very solid episode. It was really good, has a really nice premise, and one of my favorite things about Continuum is the sci-fi elements about it. Let me tell you a few of those. In this girl's brain, she has like the sort of log data where everything that she sees and experiences and hears, it gets put in her brain where she can reference it at any time. It's like this I guess it's some sort of new technology in the future where she is able to, anything she sees, reads, or hears, or an event she experiences, she is able to reference that later on without having to try very hard at all, and she uses it in like trial cases, court cases, and stuff like that. I thought that was a really cool sci-fi element that Continuum had. The guns are kind of cool, you know. That's one of the cool things about because I love sci-fi stuff. And I think that Continuum has some really cool sci-fi elements that don't boggle the series down, but they only add to the element of the series just to make it better all around. One cool fact about Continuum also is that if you guys don't know, I'm a huge fan of the 90s television series by the name of Stargate SG-1. I have seen all of the first season and part of the second season of Stargate SG-1, and I found out that one of the supporting actors in Stargate is actually the main villain in Continuum. So it's really cool to see him on television. I'm not too familiar with the actor. I forget his name. But anyways, if the older gentleman in Continuum, he is in Stargate SG-1, a science fiction series back from the 90s that also showed on the Science Fiction Channel. So I thought that was really cool just to see him on the big screen again. He was really easy to recognize. He's kind of an older guy, so and I'll be honest, I'm actually enjoying these villains in Continuum more than the actual main girl. I mean, she's not a bad actress. She's pretty cool. I'm rooting for her too, but I'm actually rooting for these villains. These villains seem like they don't seem like they're too bad. They seem like they're trying to like liberate against the government and stuff and things like that. So that they seem like pretty I wouldn't say like cool people because they're killing people and stuff. But I'm actually rooting for these villains because these villains are so cleverly written and so cleverly acted that I'm actually rooting more for the villains than I am for the actual main girl actress herself. Overall, Continuum's really good. The first episode, it wasn't amazing, but I did really enjoy it. No complaints at all, really. I am intrigued to check out the rest of the season, so I actually will be watching it next Monday night at 7 o'clock Central and 8 o'clock Eastern for everyone else. So make sure to stay tuned for my reviews. I'll be making sure to put weekly episodic television reviews up every Monday night, if not the previous or the next Tuesday afternoon. But mainly every Monday night, make sure to look for another Continuum episodic Centipede Geek review because I'm really curious. The next episode looks really good. It looks like we're finding some crucial things out. There's also this character where she talks through inside of the main girl actress's head. He has like this mic, and she's not wearing a mic, but he's able to communicate with her. And it's cool because you're seeing the characters from the future, because it's like a back and forth series. You're seeing the characters from the future, and then you're seeing what they used to look like and who they used to be back in the past before they actually came to who they are going to be in the future. So I think that's really cool. There's also some solid action in Continuum. I love the action. About the last 10 minutes, there's like this, I don't want to say too much, but there's this huge shootout scene. And overall, Continuum has some great action sequences. Nothing remarkable, but good action. You know, rifles shooting at each other, pistols. The villains sort of use, there was a really cool sequence with the villains. There were these crows flying by them, and they were walking in slow motion. And then they started to use hand-to-hand combat on the cops to steal their cop car. I really like that sequence. That was really cool. So overall, Continuum is a really cool series. I can't wait to see where it's going to go. I'm really enjoying it. I have to say, though, my favorite thing about the Continuum series is just the overall premise of the series. It's just really cool to see a girl from the future in the past. She's not familiar with the surroundings. She's not familiar with, I guess you could say, this primitive technology that in the past they have, because she's used to like this, 2077 technology. So she's not used to the world. I think overall, Continuum's premise is really solid, and that's what's keeping me hooked, is the overall premise of the science fiction television series by the name of Continuum. Really cool premise, really good actors, cool action sequences, and some really cool villains that I really enjoy, and I can't wait to see them I honestly kind of wanted to see them liberate. That's one of the cool things about Continuum is I'm actually rooting for the villains, and I want them to just, liberate the government and, start the war that they want to. So anyways, that's pretty much where Continuum's going, I'm thinking. There's going to be this big war between the terrorist organization and then with the girls people, and it's just going to evolve from there. So I think overall, Continuum's pilot episode was solid, and it's only going to get better because of the war that will break out later on. Anyways, make sure to stay tuned next Monday night at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern for the second episode of Continuum, and I will be making sure to review that episode also. Anyways, once again, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to my page below, and I will see you guys later with another video review by Centipede Geek.